I really don't get the infatuation the left have with hating on Winston Churchill. He was Britain's wartime Prime Minister, and again in the 60s or the late 50s, whatever. He was Prime Minister more than once. Thing is, you needed a bastard to take on Hitler and defeat him. Winston Churchill was all that. He was a man of his time. Yes, he was a racist, imperialist, royalist, all that, but many people were back then. I don't know why people of today are judging historical figures on their own morals, their own values of today, because times are different. And a few years ago, during the Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, Antifa riots in London, they did try to bring down the statue of Winston Churchill. They defaced it. Everything. Google have kind of twisted the history behind him. They've put all the bad bits in front of the good bits. Every historical figure has good and bad bits, but because these historical figures don't fit in with the left's narrative, the bad bits come first, so you hate them just as much as they do. Of course, I wouldn't. Ironically, if it wasn't for Winston Churchill, then no doubt Britain would probably be a Nazi state. Right now, we would all be speaking German, and we wouldn't have all the rights that... Our rights are slowly being eroded away anyway, but that's another video for another time. But we wouldn't have the rights that we have now. So an old charity which was named after him, it's called the Winston Churchill Memorial Trust, I think. They've decided to remove the Winston Churchill bit and distance themselves from him because he was a racist and he was a bad man. So... and his cowardly grandson, Sir Nicholas Soames. Sir Nicholas Soames, the guy who was kicked out of the Conservative Party because he just would not get with the programme about Brexit. He didn't believe in Brexit, and quite frankly, I don't think the guy believes in democracy, to be honest with you. So anyway, his grandson, the cowardly Sir Nicholas Soames, has agreed and said, oh yeah, take his name away because he was a bad one. Now, for a man who has used most of, if not all of his career, riding on the coattails of his grandfather's name, I think that's quite treacherous, I think that's quite devious, and I think that's quite cowardly. And I also believe that the people behind the besmirching and the demonisation of Winston Churchill are the same people who are trying to bring this country down, the British Union, and destroy it forever. Again, I'm going to bring up the name of Yuri Bezmenov, the Soviet defector who came to the West, and he revealed how the Soviet Union were going about their business of just weakening countries. And part of that plot, part of the principle behind it was to demonise history, to change history to fit their narrative, to make that country's people hate themselves, their culture, their languages, skin colour perhaps, and historical figures and history, and that's what's happening. We've got statues being pulled down, we've got street names being renamed. Communist university students are hell-bent on renaming everything and being totally, how can I say this, they're being totally totalitarian. They are being, funnily enough, what Winston Churchill fought against. These nutty, absolutely lunatic students, the Owen Jones, Ash Sakar types, they want books that they deem problematic, i.e. anything about British imperialism, true British history even. They want that removed. Statues of Rhodes, other people who have given money so that anyone can gain a scholarship or a degree. They want that gone. They'll take their money, but they don't want to hear about them. They want them disappeared. And after these idiots, these destructive fascists, the true fascists in our society today, the extreme left, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, when they're done with Winston Churchill, and it looks like they're going to succeed, they'll have his statue down, they'll have him down as a villain type figure who did nothing good for our country except, you know, helped to win World War II and saved us from real evil people. But they don't want to know about that. It's funny, isn't it? They're behaving like Nazis. It's just nuts. And who else will they move on to? The Beatles? 4 successful white men from Liverpool? Will they be the next to have their history changed as racists, xenophobics, their music banned? That's the way it's going, folks, sadly. It's the way it's going. I can see it coming. I can see it happening. And looking on the internet today, I saw a Black Lord Lieutenant of London has just come up with a statement saying that the Queen and the royal family support Black Lives Matter. Of course, I think that's bullshit. I don't think that's true at all, because the Queen is quite professional when it comes to having political opinions. I think this Lord Lieutenant is just an absolute idiot who is trying to cause more division and trying to get the British people to hate the royal family even more, because they know that Black Lives Matter isn't a popular movement here in the UK, because we see right through them. Her Majesty the Queen wouldn't dare tell anyone, oh, I support Black Lives Matter after what they've done. Nah, I don't believe it. So there we go, folks. Winston Churchill, the man who saved us from the Nazis, his name is now mud. Even internet, Google, have completely changed his history. They will rather you knew about his bad bits than the good bits, and if they can do it to him, they'll do it to any white historical figure, and it's a sinister move, and it'll continue to happen. I wonder who's next. And that's that. Anyway, that's my video. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Share my stuff everywhere. I think my channel's shadow banned at the moment because I've got like 10,500 subs on this one. I'm averaging like 4,000 views. Hey ho, even if I get one view, I'm happy. But still, something ain't right, is there? And if you'd like to support my channel, then please feel free to buy me a beer, because I'm demonetized. YouTube and Google still put ads on my videos, therefore making money from my hard work. And I don't think that's fair, so I've set up the buy me a beer thing, and it goes straight to my PayPal. Feel free, it's not mandatory, you don't have to, but if you support free speech, if you like what I do, then, you know, please go ahead. And to everyone who's already bought me a beer, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It really does go on beer. And that's it. Please comment, share, subscribe. And until my next video, Roger Trout.